Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's the weekly Red Wing breakdown on time with the Red Wing videos like usual. Not the greatest of the week, but you had the good West Coast trip. You weren't going to win them all after a long break. You ended up sweeping the whole trip, beating Seattle 5-4 in a shootout on Tuesday last week, and then ended up losing to the Lightning in a poor performance, 6-3. It was iffy halfway through the game. Lion got taken out immediately after letting up 2 goals on 2 shots. You almost came back, and then the Lightning ended up securing their victory. You outplayed the Lightning for a good portion of the game, but you weren't good enough to fully win in that game, and you end up ending uh, up into the break in a playoff spot, the second wild card, and being 5 points back of the third spot instead of securing the third spot like you could have if you would have beat the Lightning, or at least had a very good chance at the third spot if you beat the Lightning.
Well, you can't give up 5 goals if you're going to play against Vasilevsky. He isn't going to. That guy, he's like my hero, man. I love Tampa Bay. I think they're a great team, and I don't understand why they aren't, higher up. I put them as good as anybody out there, but that's just because of their goaltending. But yeah, they said the Wings dominated the second period, shots on goal, things like that.
Yeah, they had 19 shots in one
they
period.
They were. You're not going to win every game, like you said. I can't. Not going to fault them after sweeping the West Coast.
You have 5 days off,
right? And you get.
You're not gonna. It's not easy to win after you haven't played for 5 days, and the other team's been playing.
Okay? I thought it was 3, but that's okay.
They played Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday.
I don't think that's
4 days.
The reason. Right. I just think Tampa Bay is a very good team, and you have to be ready to play them. I mean, and you got to keep the score down. You can win games 3-2. I think a team like Detroit can win games 3-2 against Tampa Bay, maybe 4-3. They're not going to win if you give up 5-6 goals.
Well, especially 2 right off the bat.
Right.
First 2 shots you face, you let them in line. Now, I was surprised that they took them out that fast. To be honest, 2 shots you're already taken out. But hey, Talbot let up 2 goals just as much in a fast point of
like
time.
I said, I like Tampa Bay. Sometimes can be as good as anybody in the league.
Well, right now, Tampa, they are 5 points back of the first place spot, 2 points back of Toronto for the second place spot. Right, while we are sitting a nice 7 points back.
I would love to play Tampa in the playoffs, man. It would be a brutal series.
I don't want to play Tampa right away in the playoffs. That's not a fun
series.
That
is true.
That's not a fun series. I want to play Toronto.
That's true. No, Tampa's our rival, I think. I don't think Toronto's our rival.
I want to play Toronto. Original 6 first round.
That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind.
Or Ottawa.
I wouldn't mind playing anybody. I just want to, get them in the playoffs.
But right now, you're likely going to play Washington.
Well, we're likely not going to be in the playoffs, but that's probably the better. What is our chances of making the playoffs?
I think better than teams around us.
50-50?
I think with how we've been playing, they're better than the teams around us.
From what I saw coming back from the break, we don't play a really hard schedule for the first week or so.
No,
it didn't look really hard.
When you come back from the break, and obviously we'll probably make a video next week talking more in depth about the games that you're going to be playing. But you have 4 games left in the month of February. That is a Saturday-Sunday matchup at home against the Wild on Saturday, and then the Ducks on Sunday, which again is not favorable against the Wild. The Wild are one of the best teams in the West right now. Currently, I believe they are second in their division they're third place in their division behind Dallas and Winnipeg, only 2 points back though of Dallas. So again, they're not an easy team to play. They are a really good team. 70 points again would be winning our division for the most part when you look at it. And then you're going to play the Ducks, which again the lowly Ducks aren't playing fantastic. They're amongst the bottom of the crop in the West, though they are a 500
we
team
gotta win that
currently. Game. So basically, if you can come back and you sweep your nice little homestand That'd be fantastic because then you're going to go to Minnesota and then come home to play the Blue Jackets before on March 1st you go play your Stadium Series game at Ohio. Um, and again, you're fighting playoff. Looking at and I question, Lekkonen, uh, Lukalainen, and Saros. Saros hasn't had the best year, but also the team in front of him hasn't played up to what they're supposed to. The other two, Buffalo, bottom of the barrel in the East. And then, you have Vancouver who's fighting for a playoff spot. There'd be my first question mark at goaltending for the three teams. Because Gustafsson, Markstrom, and Umark are going to be pretty good for Sweden. Have no problem there.
Our goaltenders are
America,
amazing.
you got
Man,
Hellebuck, Ottinger, and Swayman.
Wow.
So I mean,
That's a triple threat.
I'm not really worried there. Canada, Jordan Binghamton, Aiden Hill, Sam Montembeault.
That's the one spot in Canada's team that's weak.
And that's your weak spot. And that's I would put that up with question marks along with Finland goaltending wise because Bennington has not been up to the snuff with what he used to be when they won the cup. Aiden Hill is not fantastic, but he's not terrible. And same with Montembeault. He is not terrible, but he's not fantastic. So that's their iffy spot because they do have a strong set of forwards with Bennett, Sorelli, Crosby, Hagel, Jarvis, Konetsi, McKinnon, Marchand, Marner, McDavid, Point, Reinhart, and Stone. Not that bad. And your defensive pairings with Makar, Morosi, Perico, Downey, Sanheim, Theodore, and Taves. It's not terrible. You know, they're going. Canada's going to be a team. Usually, they're really good. Canada is known for their hockey, so they're going to play well. And will the typical thing happen in this tournament where it's USA versus Canada in a championship? We will see.
Yeah,
We
I
will
kind of
see.
like I said. I wish it was a couple more teams. I wish Russia was in this. I wish it's never the same with them when Russia's not in it because Russia's fun to play against.
I don't think there's enough players in the NHL and from other
That's,
countries
I don't
besides
think that
Russia.
matters. I think you
It
could.
does because it's an
Well, if it's
NHL
only
thing.
an NHL thing,
Yeah, it's only an NHL thing.
well, if that's all it is, then that's fine.
It's
Okay,
only an NHL thing.
then I understand.
I don't think there's enough players from other teams in order to give Russia even a chance to be in this because if you only got 5 total countries that can fill out a whole roster.
Yeah, wasn't sure if that's what that meant. I wish they'd go back to the Canada Cup thing, kind of where countries kind of maybe in the summertime. That was a summertime thing, I think, the Canada Cup. So it wasn't even during the season. Every 4 years you get together, but now they do that in the Olympics. So, are the NHL going to be going back to the Olympics? I wonder. I never.
They
knew.
are, I believe, the next Olympics. They should be going back. And there will be NHL players returning to the Olympics.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to get numbers. There's how old is this article? I didn't even pay attention because you have to have enough players, obviously, for you to be able to have a team.
Kitty cat.
So, yeah, basically the top 4 country-wise with active NHL players, at least of last year's 2023-2024, Canada, United States, Sweden, Russia, and then Finland. After that, you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel with Czech. Well, you could go Czechoslovakia and combine 2 countries right there. And voila, you would have 42 people in total between Czech Republic and Slovakia, but I don't know how well that will work. Then after that, you're kind of just not really having anybody. So they're probably going to be limited to 4 teams whenever they do this. And they probably have to, whoever is the worst team gets kicked out next year, and then Russia can be put in. Worst team gets kicked out. One of the other countries that wasn't there the previous year gets put back in.
Maybe.
Though that wouldn't work well when you're doing this in the United States, and if like the U.S. sucked 1 year and they don't even get to be a part of it.
You should have Russia and a Ukrainian team.
There's not even any Ukraine players for that idea.
Just so we could have like a match. Right.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, they're going to all play each other at different points throughout the week. They're going to be playing in Boston. They're going to be playing in Montreal. I don't even know where they're playing the final at, whether it's in Boston or Montreal. But it's in Boston. The final is in Boston. But they're going to be playing throughout the week. It will be interesting. Then they get a nice little break before we get back into the NHL season. With all that being said, though, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you think about the 4 Nations tournament and everything going on with the Wings. Until next time, see everybody soon.